Hi guys. You guys like the last video I had? Well, not like, but viewed the last review I had. And I'm here again for another review. This time we're going back on an adventure. Now let's take a minute to snack up or get your saddle on. We're going back to the old times. No. Not that old. Not that old either. Back in the time we had mechs and machines battling on the field with us, man. If you're a dumb fat ass, fucking idiot, and didn't see the thumbnail, you may be thinking Xenoblade. Well, you're wrong again. What we're reviewing today is 2017 Game of the Year: The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Okay, before we get into this video, I gotta get this off of my chest. This game was my first Zelda one. I got this last Christmas, and holy hell, is it a life changer? Before you click off, hear me out. Breath of the Wild is a game that was in development for like 5 years. It was revealed in 2013 and dropped in 2017. It's perfect in almost every aspect. But as I always do, I'm going to divide this video into specific chapters. The story, the gameplay, the looks, the features, and the overall review. Now, let's get into this. Simple and clean. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is another incarnation of Link, after every single timeline merged together. Now Link is a 17-year-old warrior who is the knight of the princess of Hyrule, Zelda. Zelda doesn't understand Link and doesn't care for him. She feels annoyed he doesn't talk or anything. One day, Zelda is under attack by bokoblins, and Link comes in and saves her. Zelda begins to grow a bond with Link, as he explains to her why he doesn't talk, speaking of his late parents too. Unlike past iterations of Link, excluding Skyward Sword, Link knew Zelda. How do I put this? In past games, Link had to meet Zelda at some point in the story, instead of already forging a bond with her before the story. Link and Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild, they did. So, in this time period, no undercover Zelda, no Ganon-controlled Zelda, and no Zelda who didn't trust Ganon. The story resumes as Link meets the champions, who were chosen from their races as the strongest in the land. Link being the strongest Hyrulean, Daruk being the strongest Goron, Revali being the strongest Rito, Mipha being the strongest Zora, and Urbosa being the strongest Gerudo. Well, really there are 4 champions, but Link is added because the Master Sword chose him, so Link is just there. Off note, some of the members don't really get Link, like Revali, and Mipha is in love with Link. They're tasked with piloting the 4 divine beasts, strong enough to destroy Calamity Ganon, while Princess Zelda practices to seal Calamity Ganon. As Zelda practices, Link is with her. The other champions arrive to the scene. That's when everything went wrong. Horribly wrong. Calamity Ganon possessed all of the divine beasts, and began its reign on Hyrule Castle. Killing King Rome, the champions watch this happen as they run into battle. We don't really see much, but the next thing we see is Link and Zelda running away from the kingdom, as Zelda falls and cries to Link, asking why did it all have to happen. Link watched the prisoners sob in the rain as the Guardians began to zone in on them. Attacking Link, he grew tired and got horribly injured by one of the Guardians. Before the Guardians could kill off Zelda and Link, the Triforce of Wisdom came to her side, deactivating the Guardians around them, as the Sheikah arrived, taking Link to the Resurrection Shrine, while Zelda taking the Master Sword back to the Great Deku Tree. That was the end of it. He was healing for a century, before waking up.
Link.
That's where everything takes place now. With new faces, new locations, new changes to Hyrule, and more. Breath of the Wild feels open, beautiful, and different in its own way. What I mean by different is the feeling of the game. This gives you a different breeze than Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto, Watch Dogs, all the other realistic open world games. Breath of the Wild features many realistic details, as little ones put in for the better gameplay. Playing as Link, you can adventure in the sky, blow things up, mess around, and so much more. The gameplay is beautiful to me. Everything looks so good. It rains, it thunders, snows, and it features its own Florida. The game is a great exploration game. Not too hard puzzles, as there's much to do even after finishing the story. Making many theories true in the future games, specifically Tears of the Kingdom, like Link's house, and so much more in this game. You also get to dye your clothes, play with boomerangs, pretend to be bokoblins, drive the master cycle, face ferocious beasts, and even skateboard. How much better can this game get? The gameplay is amazing to me, honestly. The only thing I don't like is the durability. Specifically on the Master Sword and the Hyrulean Shield. Yes, you can increase them after buying the DLC, but it makes me a little annoyed that the shield can break and the sword needs to charge. In my opinion, it ruins the canon experience, so I waited till the final boss to fully use them. The game makes you start with 3 hearts and low stamina, which you can grow out throughout gameplay, specifically shrines. Do 4 shrines and you get another heart or another slot of stamina. I recommend getting hearts, but it's more up to you. So I'll give the game a good 10. It blew me away, and it stands out from any other game I played. The cell shading looks great, and I honestly love it. I think cell shading fits this incarnation, as it did with Toon Link and Skyward Sword Link, while realism fit for Twilight. My god, we need a remake. It's hard to tell all 3 are cell shaded because they use it really differently, but Breath of the Wild cell shade is perfect on all the characters too. The graphics look great, but there's one issue: the frame rate and a little lag. I blame this guy, literally this guy and this guy. So I give the graphics a good 9, just need a better system. The game features special feats for Link. I'm not gonna say too much in a way because I don't want to spoil anyone, but Link gets 4 features that help with his adventure: the Gift of Wind, the Gift of Life, the Gift of Defense, and the Gift of Fury. These aren't their actual names, just using these so no one gets spoiled. Remember that. But just know they're hella useful. You'll see soon. The gifts are great if you ask me. But could have been just a bit better. Specifically the Gift of Wind. The amount of times it made me mad, man. So the feats are a good 7. They did a bit better in Tears of the Kingdom, if you really ask me. Overall, the game is great, especially for a twist on Zelda. Whoever sat in Nintendo and had this idea deserves to be rich. This game was perfect, and if you ask me, deserved Game of the Year. Mario Odyssey is great. I know a couple of people are going to disagree with me, but I don't care. It's my opinion, so don't take it offensively. The game's a good 10 simply. The side quests, the bosses, everything about it is just perfect to me. This is what the adventure gamers needed, and it's what they got. I never played Skyrim personally, so I can't compete and compare which is the better title, so let's save that for another time. But the game is well put together, very fun, and it's endless with the physics and all the other things Nintendo added. Like, dude, this is what you call cooked. Especially from what was expected for the next Zelda title. They had open seas, landing in different regions, and the werewolf arcs. It's all great, and this one makes me wonder how the other games would fit in this style. Open world and huge, no loading screens when going into different regions. Twilight and Ocarina would be perfect if they did this, if you ask me. So again, the game's a good 10. Never letting you know, change my opinion on that. But that's it. This was a little bit shorter, but if y'all want to see your boy, aka me, play Ocarina of Time 3D remake, get ready for that. I never got to finish Ocarina of Time myself. I'm hoping to play the 3D version, and I really hope it tells you where to go next, because that's why I stopped playing the original one. But yeah, and I got an Arkham Origins video coming out for y'all soon, so go ahead and press that sub button, hit that like too, and maybe you want to hit that bell just for your boy. I swear to God. What should I review next? Huh? I'm waiting. Okay, King saying out. Bye.